I began to realize that a lot of these people come from colorist families, and they talk about how their families were colorists. And it's the same thing with the people who are obsessed with biracials. They seem to come from these color struck families. They usually did not grow up around a lot of black community. They usually grew up in a part of the country where there's not a lot of black people, if you catch my drift, wink wink. And I started to notice this, and I'm like, oh, y'all feel so strongly about these topics and y'all speaking so general because this is y'all personal experience. Y'all are kind of projecting on the rest of the community. And I think there's a lot of people who do this, even if it's not just colorism in their family. I even think that some of the colorism propagandists and the people who push anti-mixed race propaganda, I suspect it's the same thing with them as well, that they probably had certain experiences and they're projecting them on to everybody else. And I really, really try my hardest not to do this in my content. Of course, it's impossible not to because this is based off personal experience a lot of the time, but I really try my best to not project my feelings or to take my vendettas or whatever against certain groups or how I feel into the conversation. I feel like a lot of people have done this, and I'm noticing this because even like being here in New York City, like I said, I grew up around mostly African Americans, Caribbeans, and Hispanics, and I'm starting to hear some of their rhetoric about biracial people, and I'm looking at them crazy because I'm like, you're not even around biracial people. You don't know no biracials with white moms, but you sitting up here spewing negative nonsense I've heard on TikTok. So this is why I be trying to tell people, it's not just, oh, it's on the internet, just ignore them, it's bots, nobody cares about what these people are saying. No, these people are actually influencing people to think certain ways about our group, about Afro mixed race people and light-skinned people based on their own personal vendettas and trauma that they had in their family. If you come from a colorist family, that sucks for you, but that's your problem. That's not my problem or my story. So don't sit up here on TikTok talking about light-skinned and Hispanic people are colorists, because my family's not like that. Or talking about people trying to keep it in the family because they hate dark-skinned people. That's not what happened with my family at all. So I don't like that rhetoric. But yeah, a lot of these people are projecting, and they need to be honest about that.